Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. Just this morning, Marvel and Hulu put out the final episode of Runaways Season 1, so I wanted to talk about it. I've actually been meaning to do recaps of these episodes for basically the whole time. I was gonna take the advice from one commenter who suggested I review multiple episodes at a time, so like episodes 1 through 3, then 4 through 7, then 8 through 9, then the season finale. But every Tuesday, something happened and I just couldn't get a video out then, so I just never did it. I'm so very sorry to the commenter who requested episode-by-episode reviews, but today I did want to do a full season recap of sorts and review of all 10 episodes. Honestly, I'm dying to talk about this show. Be warned, this will contain full spoilers for Season 1 of Runaways. All episodes are now on Hulu, so go get caught up if you haven't already. Here, I'm basically just going to be talking about all of the stuff in the show I want to talk about. This is probably not very surprising, but I really enjoyed Runaways. It's not perfect by any means. Not all of the acting is super good. Lyrica Okano and Renzi Feliz both, to me, seemed a little bland at times. It didn't bother me that much. They were ultimately fine, and they portrayed their characters well, but their performances weren't all that impressive. The rest of the cast did much better. I especially liked Allegra Acosta as Molly. She was great. In the show, Molly's a bit older, so she's not as innocent and carefree as she is in the comics, but it still feels like the Molly we know and love, and she was probably my favorite character of the season. The Pride was also great. Those actors did a very good job of making their characters more complex than the comics. In the comics, they're much more of an evil, mustache-twirling type bad guy, and they were doing things for mostly selfish reasons. Here, they still got blood on their hands, and some are more okay with it than others. But in general, they all believe that what they're doing will lead to a better future for their kids, and humanity as a whole, and that the lost people along the way are a necessary evil. Jonah has promised them that buried under LA is a source of clean, unlimited energy. What we learn at the end of Season 1, however, is that it's not that at all. In reality, something is alive under there. And not only that, but it's right on top of a huge fault line, meaning if it wakes up, the entire West Coast could sink into the ocean. Runaways is, in a lot of ways, Marvel's most faithful TV adaptation, but it does make a lot of big changes to the comics, ones I'd like to mention here. In general, I'm okay with these changes. Introducing Jonah and revealing he's Carolina's father, building a romance between Nico and Carolina, and making Chase a bit smarter. However, there is one change I remember being actively upset about, which is when it's revealed that the Minoru staff of one isn't magic at all, but instead really advanced tech that was developed in Tina's labs. I honestly just simply don't understand why this change was made. It serves no purpose whatsoever, and just makes no sense. This tech staff can do whatever the person wants it to. Everything from making a sound barrier to making it snow in room temperature. I'm sorry, that's just too far for me to buy it being tech. Marvel Television as a whole has this weird phobia of being, well, weird. It's become clear between the Hand, Iron Fist, the Inhumans, that they want to make everything super grounded, even if they shouldn't be. Even Ghost Rider, who was very well portrayed in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., was grounded to a certain degree. Runaways actually mostly avoids this. It does Old Lace complete justice. It flaunts its glowing people and preteens with super strength, but magic? No. That's just too far. We'll have a preteen girl kick a dinosaur with a nose ring into the ceiling, but have a magic staff? No way. Speaking of the dinosaur, I really loved Old Lace here. They actually did a very good job mixing practical and CG effects, which allowed them to have Old Lace on screen a whole lot more. It was a smart move. I've said several times in the past I was worried that they'd do what they did with Lockjaw and Inhumans, where they keep finding poor excuses to keep him out of the action. They do keep finding ways to exclude Old Lace from the events in the show, but it actually makes sense here. For example, in episode 10, when the kids want to go looking for Carolina, they decide to leave Old Lace behind because dragging a velociraptor around Los Angeles in broad daylight isn't exactly what you'd call laying low. The CGI on Old Lace isn't always perfect, but honestly the fact that they even included her at all made up for it. Another change that was made is the group having a traitor. In the comics, it's revealed that Alex has secretly been dishing out information to the Pride. Here, the changes made to make the parents more sympathetic has resulted in the idea of a traitor being almost kind of odd. We do end up having things like Chase destroying the laptop with the evidence on it, but he does that because he wants to protect his father after the two have been bonding. At the end, we do see Alex conspiring with Darius, but it's not clear what he's doing exactly. And both Alex and Darius are looking to bring his parents to justice, so he's not exactly working for the Pride. Darius was ultimately kind of odd. He doesn't really contribute a whole lot to Season 1. I mean, he does add to Jeffrey's character and help distance Alex from his parents, but it's kind of unclear right now what his future on the show even is. He just seemed like he was there to kind of waste time. That was kind of a problem I had with Season 1, was that it didn't feel like it ended. It felt basically like the entire plot was open to be continued in Season 2, with not much really being concluded. It's not awful, but it did make the end a bit less satisfying than it could have been. I was at first disappointed that the Gibberum never make an appearance, but I think it was smart of them to hold off for now. Right now, they could never afford something on that scale. But now that the show is a proven success, Hulu will undoubtedly increase the budget for Season 2, so hopefully then we'll be able to see the Gibborim in all of their glory. All in all, I really liked Season 1 of Runaways. It was pretty much exactly what I was hoping it'd be. I've seen a lot of fans of the original comic not like it because it's a drastic departure tonally. The comic is actually kind of lighthearted, while this is full of drama. Personally, I'm okay with the change. I think it helps Runaways reach a much wider audience, and it'll help it last longer. But I can see why people would be upset about this. For me, this is probably the third best Marvel TV series to come out in 2017, behind Legion in first place and The Punisher in second. But I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and theories about Runaways. What changes did you like, and which ones did you not? How did you like it overall? Unless something changes, I currently have Runaways Season 2, 4 Things That Need to Happen, set for January 15th on the schedule, aka next Monday. So keep an eye out for that. But thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time.